Hey everyone, what's going on? So today I want to talk to y'all about your higher self. So I'm a mindset coach and a spiritual life coach. So higher self is super important to me. And being in touch with your higher self and understanding your higher self can completely transform your life and your place and how you feel about yourself. All right. So what is the higher self? That's the first question. Like, well, what is it? A lot of people don't know. Or like you've heard of the higher self and you know, oh, higher self. But what exactly is it? Do you really know what exactly it is? So the higher self is often described as wise intuition and an all-knowing part of us. Um, and this aspect of ourselves is connected to a universal consciousness, a spiritual place, whatever you want to consider it. This isn't just a religious thing. Your higher self can be a universal consciousness, just the you that's not involved in this world as much. So this, because the higher self, it goes beyond the ego, beyond what's going on here, what's going on around us. The higher self isn't worried about what's going on right this second, right in this moment. The higher self sees the bigger picture and knows what's best. And a lot of times we don't even realize it's talking to us. Okay, like we really got to pay attention. And you could be following your higher self and not even know it. That happens a lot of times too. So the higher self embodies qualities like love and compassion and wisdom. And it's the part of us that can remain calm in the face of chaos and guides us to make the right decisions from a place of love rather than fear. Because a lot of times, especially if we're stressed out or we're angry, we make a decision out of fear. And that's one reason I say, like, we're not as productive, we're not as creative, because we're making decisions from a place of fear, from a place of anger. So, unlike the ego, which is concerned with self preservation and operates from a place of fear and limitation, the higher self sees the whole picture. Like I just said, it encourages growth, authenticity, and alignment with your true purpose. Okay, we all have a true purpose. And I'm not saying like the divine has a purpose for you. No, you have these qualities, you have these values. That's your purpose, to figure out what to do with those things that you are already given and the values that you have to make your life what you want. But how do we connect with our higher self, right? Now we know what it is. How do we connect with it? So there's a lot of different ways that you can, but the most, I guess, effective way and most common way is meditation, which I'm actually, in the spirit of this, going to do a self-guided higher self meditation to help you connect to your higher self. And this helps, like meditation helps quiet the mind, and it opens up a space for us to be able to hear that deeper wisdom come through. And like I said before, meditation isn't about just not thinking about anything. Meditation is about having an anchor, like your breath or something that you're focusing on. And when you have a thought, being able to acknowledge it, let it go, come back to your anchor. Okay, so don't forget, that is the goal of meditation. I'm not going to say never, but it's really hard to not think of anything. All of our minds wander. But when we're fully present in the moment, it helps us be more in tune with the subtle guidances, because our higher self isn't always just saying, hey, do this. No, a lot of times it's a subtle little nudge. Hey, are you there? Are you listening? Go this way. That is how it can be. So another really good way is journaling. There's several different methods. I might end up teaching one of those, but there's different like journaling prompts or journaling practices that you can do to kind of connect to your higher self and get an answer from your higher self. You just clear your mind and write. Just write. and right, and right. Okay? So that's a really, those are two really, really good ways to connect with your higher self. Also, don't forget, I make these amazing little things. This one's intuition and meditation. So these help you to get to a more clear state, I guess you could say. So in a lot of religions, this is just a cool fact I found. In a lot of religions, they believe that the higher self is always communicating with us. We just need to learn how to listen. So there's always, there's tons of different views on the higher self. Tons of different views. But the higher self is going to see the bigger picture. So when we can trust in the higher self and start to listen to the higher self, start to be more aware of the higher self, then we can make better choices and become more aligned with what we should be doing. Because the higher self isn't just going to react to what's in this moment right here. The higher self is going to see the whole situation. Or just see that it's not worth your energy. Okay? So being aligned with your higher self is super important. I've always had a deeper intuition and a sense of things. But really connecting on a deeper level is just amazing. Learn to listen to that. Learn to feel the subtle messages. There's ways that, you can go into a meditation or just relax, breathe for a moment. And you can notice how, ask a question that you know the answer to. And notice how your body feels. Ask a yes question, a no question, and notice how your body feels in those moments when you're talking about that, when you're asking that question. And then take that experience into your experience with your intuition, with your higher self. Because that can lead you to getting clearer answers. If you feel this way when the answer is yes, and you know the answer is yes, if you're feeling that way, then you know the answer is yes. Not this ego, the real you, the higher self up there that's seeing the best outcome is telling you yes or no or whatever. So really pay attention to all the feelings in your body. Don't just listen for a voice, a thought in your head. That's not how it always is. And all of us have different types of senses, I guess, that we're better at. Some people will see something or signs and symbols relate to them more, where some people will hear things or visualize things. We all each have our own way of experiencing things like that. So that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But let's break past the ego and get in touch with our higher self. Make sure y'all check out the guided meditation I'm going to be posting in a little bit. Be watching out for that. It'll be out at least in the next couple of hours. I've still got to record it. And then don't forget about these. Seriously, they're amazing. They're beautiful. Crystals and herbs. This is a clear quartz crystal roller ball. All of them are different. I make them with jojoba oil so it doesn't leave a film on your skin. But yeah, intuition and meditation. So this will help you a little bit, give you a little boost. It's got that quartz to amplify for you. So yeah, let's get in touch with our higher self, guys, so we can start making better decisions every day and really creating the life we want and being aligned with our values and our purpose. And you can create this amazing, beautiful thing that you feel in awe and honored to have. And I know that because I feel that. I feel so in awe sometimes of the opportunities that I have and what I get to do now. So really, take a minute. Listen to your higher self, guys. It'll give you the best advice. I'll see y'all later. Make sure you follow me.